guys. Welcome to Des and Y'all Talks. This is our pre-talk. We always get on a few minutes before we actually start and just be. Usually we're conversating or doing something else. At this time, the man of God, I'm not sure actually what he's doing. He's over here doing something, but I'm not sure what exactly. Okay, so he's throwing stuff. So we're gonna get started in 1 minute, but we are live and thanks for joining us. Talk to you in a minute.
Out here in Facebook, YouTube land, we have not been on in probably like 5 months, 4 or 5 months.
Emotionally stable, I understand a rebuke is for love. Because if I don't rebuke you, then I really don't love you. But because I don't feel love, I'm just going to make a decision and leave. No, like there has to be understanding of commitment, right? Like I've grown enough to know she loves me, vice versa, right? But there are days I don't feel the same maybe love directed, so I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I'm getting out of here. I'm out of here for a couple days. Like I'm out of here for a week. I need to feel love. Where's the
Trying
line?
to get this going because then you have people that their parents might have been like, you know what? I had a girl, but I want a boy. Let's just put an X there, and then I'm gonna make her a girl.
What's going on, Prophet?
Boy, or whichever it is.
Good to see you, man.
Crazy.
Happy New Year to you too. Yeah, I think it's wild. Like,
to get in here, I told him to be a little,
nerve-wracking because it's not the same thing. So for me with hair transplants, which I have not gotten, by the way, but I know, but okay, but I know of people that have.
I'm sorry.
I will apologize for that. I shouldn't have put your age out there, but I'm sorry.
It's like, no, I'm joking. But,
No, I'm sorry. I know that's a pet peeve, so I apologize.
But
I do apologize for that seriously. But anyhow, in the basement, I don't care about those
this is a great
scars.
conversation.
I don't care about that. In the basement, for her birthday.
You do care about scarves. You don't have scarves.
No, I'm just saying I don't care.
So
It's
you
fine.
do care about it.
On her birthday, we have a basement.
Thank you.
We got our basement finished, but in the basement we have like a room. This room, now mind y'all, this room, I actually wanted to make this room my studio. The room. Yeah.
You was not even thinking about that. Stop it.
Let me finish my statement.
No.
Hold your, hold it.
Lay hands on no man's son.
That's not what that means, and you know
I
that,
know,
so be
that's why I
quiet.
said
So
it,
let me
but
finish.
still, no,
Let me
that's
finish.
what- Hey guys, we are
ready.
going to welcome.
Child, what is going
on? I don't know. What do you mean?
I mean, the only
You're
person
not-
on the camera is me. Like, I don't understand what's going on.
Hey guys. Oh yeah, that's much better.
Yeah, because you
can
didn't
see
see that when you
both
got
of us.
started.
No, because you weren't sitting here when I got started, sir.
And then why
So
you
I
got the
did not
computer
see
turned
it.
to the side?
Because I was moving something around, so I think I just didn't turn it back.
Okay.
Not sure. But anyway, welcome. We are a few minutes early today. I think last week we were on at 8:30. Today we're on at 9:11. 9:10. We're normally on at 9:30. I guess that's what we should have stuck to. But we were trying to get on just a few minutes early so that we weren't on too late on this evening. But
Why
we
is that?
are because of spring
Daylight.
forward.
There you go.
So actually it technically is like so we kind of would be, I guess, late actually. But anyway, we're gonna make sure you guys set your clocks in the right direction.
Folks
Forward.
gonna be late for stuff
Spring
tomorrow.
forward. Yeah,
But we pray
losing
for
a,
'em
losing
anyway.
a, losing an hour of sleep, they say. But if you go to sleep earlier, you don't really lose an hour. But it's interesting. This is a sidebar. It's interesting because a lot of times, like when your body's adjusted to going to sleep at a certain time, sometimes it's harder to actually get your body to go to sleep earlier. You know what I mean? Unless like
and
us, we be moving so much. I think like whenever we hit that bed, our bed just be like, come on, just come on and go to sleep.
That's you know
But
what.
a lot of
That's
times,
I ain't gonna say we didn't spend like a lot of money, but we went ahead and got a good mattress. You know, someone said something. Somebody I remember. I never forget this. What made me get a nice mattress, like not like a just go get a mattress. I'm like no. Somebody said you spend a third of your life in your bed, so if you're gonna spend
make
a
the
third of your
best of
life
it.
somewhere, you better make sure that thing comfortable
Right,
and make sure it's
right.
and all of that. A third of my life is in my bed.
Yeah.
Don't just be like, all right, well, we gotta get a new mattress and just go ahead and replace the mattress, and then your spouse or whoever don't even like them. Like get a mattress that's good,
Right.
decent,
Right.
not even decent, a good one.
And I love now that they have the mattresses that have like both sides. I think they took married couples into consideration. So it's like one side can be cool, one side can be hot, one side can be up, one side can be down.
Fancy.
Yeah, we didn't get there yet, but maybe
But
one day. And then
I
like
love
you
our
can
mattress.
also
I hate when I
you can
go away
also adjust
sometimes.
the firmness of it too.
Yeah.
So I love that. So if you guys, I don't know if anybody on here watching. Hey guys, I see you guys
People
getting
are
on. Come
watching,
on and say.
but
No, I'm
yes.
saying I didn't finish my comment. I was saying I don't know if anybody on here watching has those type of beds or not. But yeah, we don't. Yeah,
We got a nice
we didn't
mattress
get there
though.
yet.
It's perfect for both of us.
So we are going to go ahead because we're trying to stick to our 30 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So our opening conversation is, and you guys can always chime in. Of course, we want to hear what you have to say. So if you could choose, here I go again, 5 games that you played growing up as a child to play at an event with adults, what games would those be?
I thought you
Not
were keep
sports.
it simple.
So
I thought you were
not
keep it simple,
football, not basketball. No, the games that we played growing up. It is simple. That's pretty simple. No.
I'm just this is my child's toy, so don't pay no mind to this. Were we talking about any games? It could be like it could be.
So if you're hosting an event, a party,
Okay, it has to be regular
and
people.
adults are going to be there.
No athletic association.
No sports, no wrestling, no basketball,
I was
no
gonna say
football.
wrestling's not a game.
None of those.
Wrestling's not a game.
None of those. So just the games that we played growing up as a child. Do you want me to say one first?
I got
To
some.
kind of okay.
I just don't know if I want to play them with adults.
But that's the whole point.
Candyland.
Okay, Candyland. So I would go with freeze tag. Okay, I loved freeze tag.
That's
growing up.
athleticism.
No, that's not a sport. It's a game. So,
You want to play freeze tag with adults?
yeah, so we would play freeze tag.
You want to, or you say you
outside
would,
at
though?
the event.
Okay.
Yes, that's one of the events that just because I think it would be funny and it kind of throws people off. Like freeze tag, really? Yep, we're gonna play freeze tag.
I would say. I would say. I don't know.
Okay, I'll give.
Sorry.
Okay,
That's what I thought about that.
sorry. Okay.
like
I'm
that
gonna
song.
go with. I think something that would be interesting would be
You going with real kiddie games?
musical chairs.
Oh Lord, I'm good.
With adults.
I'm good. You going weird? I can't do that. Right? Nah, adults get too aggressive. I would
Well, I wasn't
say.
doing all what do they call it? Board games. It was just
I would
like
think this would
games
be
that
fun.
we played growing up.
I think it would be fun. I think it would be.
So we played freeze tag. Did y'all play freeze tag?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Water balloon fights.
Oh, that's a good one. We've done that as adults.
I
So
know.
that's a good one. Water balloon fights. I'm gonna go hide and seek.
I knew you going there. Next. What am I at? 3?
Yeah.
Number 4, I would say. The creativity of our games was just a lot. What I used to do when I was growing up.
Share with the people.
What with our games? Oh no, we
Yeah.
see when I was a kid with my cousins, man, we watch something on TV and then we go do it. Like for example, with X Games that come out, we would go outside and set up stunts and stuff with our bikes, and everybody had to like vote on who had the best stunts and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
on your
cool.
bicycles.
We did dance competitions. That's not really a game, but that's something that we did.
Why? What do you want? You have to bother us when we go on live. That's the only reason why you in here. What do you want?
How many cookies there? Okay.
Nothing changes. And then I would say for my final, I haven't played this in a long time, but I used to love playing this. I used to play this a ton. You know, I got two more. One, we used to play like we used to play football with a paper.
Okay. I know.
Hit
what
it across,
you're
and he had to hit with the paper. Or I'll play like pencils. Remember, you had to break pencils.
Oh wow, that's so. Wait, this is my last one too, I guess. So it would be so.
I was gonna say Tonk though with cards. I didn't play Tonk with like grown folk. I played that as a kid all the time. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I would say it's funny. I don't think I played Monopoly that much when I was a child.
What?
But I did play it maybe because it was always like really long.
Oh man, we used to tear Monopoly up.
So I don't think we played it a whole lot. We did play it though. And
we had the ghetto rules. I didn't even know.
Twister was another one we played.
I'm not playing Twister with no adults.
I said it was another one we played, just like I just said about Monopoly.
I played
so
Twister
my
with
final
you.
one might be I keep thinking Hangman. It's a
That's funny.
It's a game. No, I just said a game that we played growing up that you would play as an
Hangman
adult.
in church. Ain't that terrible? I used to play it all the time in church.
Yeah, we played it a lot in school, I think. So, but it's still
I
a
was sitting there
game.
waiting.
I'm trying to think of any other good games that we played growing up. TV
Pencils.
Tag. Did you ever play TV Tag?
What the heck is that?
Oh my gosh, TV Tag. It was it's just like regular, it's almost like freeze tag, but when somebody was about to catch you, you had to give like a TV show.
Oh yeah.
Before, in order not to get froze. So that was cool. TV Tag. I can't think of any other games growing up that we played, but that's our top 5. If you guys have any, go ahead and share them in the comments. If it's any that we're missing, hopscotch. Go ahead and put it in the comments so that we can see. So we're going to get into our conversation. So our conversation tonight, I guess it's a little more, well, I think all our conversations are kind of serious, but it's something that I saw again. So we're going to talk about it a little bit. A sidebar really quick. I think everybody knows, but I just thought about it again because my son, with his check, he didn't sign it. And I was just speaking to somebody on Friday about like just the fact of how they don't do cursive anymore or teach cursive anymore in school. So a lot of people don't know, a lot of children don't know how to
You could just write his
sign.
name.
But I'm saying they
That
should
is
have
interesting.
like maybe like
That's true. They
one
should.
class maybe
I
on
agree.
like just at least signing your name
I
or
agree.
a signature or
Dang, this
something. It's
generation is
just crazy. Like you
It
don't
is
have,
crazy.
but yet they have. So me and this other teacher was talking on Friday, and I was like, "Yeah."
Is this our conversation?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I said sidebar. I
just had
was
to make
like
sure,
that,
though.
but it's probably not going to be that long. That's why
Oh, okay.
that's why I'm just did a sidebar real quick.
All right,
But I
sorry.
just thought that was interesting because the fact of like y'all got people scooping words and sentences, but we not learning how to do our
Scooping words or
our,
sentences.
like signature. Like
Yeah.
that's something, at least teach that, at least help the kids learn how to sign their name. That would be beneficial. Okay. So getting into our conversation. Our conversation tonight, again, I saw something that made me think about that, and I'm going to pose the question to the man to God. Okay. So it says, when God wanted to make a king out of David, He didn't give him a crown, he gave him Goliath. Your challenges prepare you for your purpose. Okay, so one of the things I just thought about, just in general, because we all have different things that we go through and different things that happen. So I wanted to talk about just a little bit about, in a sense, overcoming our challenges, and the things that are placed in our life that make us, in a sense, because even like Goliath, like things that make us fearful or try to get us off track, because sometimes we say it's the enemy and it might not be the enemy. I just wanted you to speak on that a little bit tonight about, in a sense, how do you
Dang,
overcome?
I got preached tomorrow.
I thought we were just having a conversation. You don't have to preach. Sorry that you thought that. Just because we're talking about a biblical something.
I know the question made me feel like I gotta preach, but go ahead, continue. Go ahead.
Well, what else did you want me to say?
No, go ahead.
Go ahead with what?
What else am I supposed to say?
I asked for your thoughts on that. Did you see the?
My thoughts
did you
on
see?
that.
Did you see the?
Yes, I saw it.
Okay. So, did you need me to talk or something? You lost for words?
I'm messing with you. Okay, fine. So, ooh, I just, you know what's funny though? There's a difference in challenges, and there's a difference between challenges and your own created mistakes. I've been really like, if I could be transparent for a moment, I battle sometimes with like my created mistakes compared to, are these like real challenges? Like David didn't create Goliath to be the mistake. Goliath just showed up. And I think sometimes we have to understand, like people be like, oh, the devil tempted me or the devil called me. And it's like, no, 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 no. Like, you know what? If I pet peeve sidebar, it annoys the heck out of me when people say the devil is doing this in my life. Before you got saved, you wouldn't even think that you had nothing to think about the devil when that happened.
Right.
Flat tire happened, just, oh shoot, I got flat tires.
Right.
It's a bad day. Got a flat tire. Now it's the devil, I got a flat tire. Like, no,
devil
you
gave me
just
a
got
flat
a
tire.
flat tire. You've been wearing them tires out for 10 years. Like,
Right.
you know, like it's how we give the devil credit. But my thing is that I think like we look at the challenges like they're always like something to challenge, like the devil's coming for us.
Right.
Goliath, anything that came, it wasn't the devil coming for David. It was just challenges that magnify the reality of what you are. So I think there's a battle sometimes between created challenges and challenges that you've decided to like put on. Like you can't say, oh, that's the devil, when you actually made that happen.
Right.
With David, it was just like, okay, and he showed up, and in his showing up, you know, when he got anointed or what he was called to do, there was going to be challenges that would basically challenge who he was, or challenge, you know, like you said, his purpose. So again, I think it's important to, you know, be comfortable with challenges. You know, we were talking about something today, and I know like it might bring a challenge. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like what we me and my wife were talking about today, and I'm like, okay, like I'm comfortable with it, like because it might create a challenge, it might create something different. Like I'm not really sure, but I'm okay with it because I'm good with the challenge.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
it has to be. Some things are just challenging to develop, you know, what you are and what you are designed to be, and you to grow at another level, another space. And you know, you just gotta embrace them, I think. I look at you know, I was at wrestling all weekend with Regions, and you know, it's funny because I'm watching certain kids, like not so much my kids wrestling, but just kids in period, and some of them they don't want to be challenged. Like they just want to just go out there and, you know, the match going to give to them and all that. Like, no, you got to work. Like you're going, the higher you go,
Yeah.
like the further you go. Like next week is states. None of my kids qualify for states, right? But I went to states and I wrestled. I've been there, coached kids at states. The challenge now is just being better. Like now everybody there is good. No one's a bum there. So when you get to Atlantic City, every person is a decent wrestler.
Right.
Now there's levels, you know. There's some guys that's going to be there that's going to dominate, you know, because they're in a different level.
Right.
But you're not going to dominate at the level that you were if you wasn't somebody that was just
during the season. Everybody there has qualified through 2 different levels to get to this point. And there's a challenge.
Yeah.
And sometimes we run away from the challenges because we don't want to embrace them. We don't. And sometimes challenges create conflict.
Right.
So people don't want conflict. But it's like, no, some of the challenges are developed for you to just take it on and go forward in it and be okay and be like, yo, this is all for my good, for
Right.
what I actually said that I am and what I believe God is to me and who he says that I am.
I love that you said that, even about taking it on, because a lot of times if we run from it, we can't grow from it, and a lot of times that's
Ooh,
what people do.
bars.
That bars.
Bars.
A lot of times that's what people do, as far as like when something comes or when a challenge is there, it's like, oh no, I'm gonna go the other way, or I'm gonna try to avoid it.
Yeah.
And the reality of it is, a lot of times it'll come back up in some type of way. But I love, like, even how it says, that God didn't give him a crown, like he gave him Goliath to grow him. So sometimes, like, when we look at just certain things, like even in ministry and life and career and all of that, sometimes we see the glam and we see the glitz and we see, oh yeah, I want to do that, but you don't see the Goliath part. You don't see the part where it's going to require work, right? Where it's going to require sacrifice, where it's going to require you actually overcoming and facing some things. We just see the other stuff. We just see the glam. I just want the crown, but I don't want to do the work. So I love that it says, like, God did that. And the reason he did it is to grow him. So a lot of times we look at, and we kind of talked about this a little bit, I think, on Sunday at Snitch. Like, a lot of times we look at certain things as a negative. But the thing is, it's designed a lot of times to grow us as a person, right?
Correct.
And to make us better. Like, a lot of times we'll look at like something that we feel is like, oh my gosh, that was so bad, or whatever, certain things that we went through. And a lot of times, like we've been talking about keys even in service, and just thinking about even our testimony. A lot of times we sit on it, or we look at it as it's such a bad thing, when in reality it's something that aids us to bring people to Christ, right?
Yeah.
And that's our ultimate goal as men of God, as women of God, is to actually share the love of Christ and to usher people to come to know him.
Yeah.
So in us having a testimony, and God allowing things to happen to us, and certain things that we went through, we might not have understood. No, it might not have been the best thing to happen to us. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it, might have felt like, why is this happening to me? But in the reality, a lot of times it's for you to help somebody else. It's for you to take that and not look at it as a bad thing, or look at it as woe is me, or stay there and stay in a place of depression or insecurity or low self-esteem. But it's for you to grab that and say, okay, yeah, I went through this. I'm getting stronger daily. And once you get strong enough to be able to pull the other person up that's going through the same thing, if not worse than what you've gone through. So it's important that we utilize that. So just in thinking about that, and thinking about like the Goliath or the challenge, most times we have to change our perspective, because the challenge is there to help grow us. And a lot of times it is uncomfortable. Like you were saying, it is like, oh man, how am I going to do this? But it's funny, because a lot of times when we look back over our life and we look at different things that happen, different decisions, it's like, wow, like, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to, allow conflict to happen, or to confront certain things, or to deal with certain things. But when I look back, I'm so glad I did, because it helped me to understand, yes, God is pushing me this way. He's growing me past this, rather than just saying, okay, I'm not going to deal with it. And then it come up again and you still don't deal with it. Then it comes up again, and it's going to continue to come up until we get it and we take that and grow from it, rather than just running from it. You know what I mean? So I think that's very important, and just acknowledging our challenges and changing our perspective and how we look at, a lot of times what we're going through, and go through and trust God, because it's nothing else we could do. We can complain about it all day. We can, cry our face purple, but, at the end of the day,
Cry your face purple, y'all.
it's like we have to come to a place where it's like, okay, I cried, I got that part out, I dealt, but now it's time for me to just move forward into what. And some of that we do, like you said earlier, we cause that ourselves, because we're not willing to go up against the grain, or to accept the challenge, right, and to grow. So a lot of times we'll just stay like, oh, I better not do that because I don't
Right.
want to do this, or I don't want that to happen, or this might. And a lot of times, like even in business, like, and just different things, like a lot of times you'll hear like, a lot of times what grows and expands people's business and opportunities is risk, right? And being willing to
Yeah.
take those risks, and being
Got
willing to come out of your comfort zone, to come out of, what you've always known, where you've always been, and just step out and say, okay, I'm here. I don't know everything. I don't know what I'm going to do next, but I know I'm supposed to be here because this is what, especially when we're called of God and hearing God, this is where God had called me to be. So I'm gonna I'm gonna stand here, and I'm gonna take that step and just be like, okay, we out here, Lord. What are we doing next?
Yeah.
And a lot of times we're scared to take that first step, or confront that particular thing, or to move in a certain capacity. And it could be whether people before us, our parents or different people, never did something. So it's kind of like, oh, I don't know if I want to do it, but we might be the one that, yes, it's on you to start.
Right.
It's on you to do, right? It's on you to bring wealth to the family, right? It's on you to be the first person in your family to graduate, whatever it might be. A lot of times, sometimes we have to be willing to take that step, or to be the first person to do. So I think that's really important.
Very good.
Oh, okay. I was gonna keep going, but I thought you might have had something to chime in on.
No, I mean, I was just listening to you because it's like, when you talk about risk, like, you know, David took a risk, but his risk was, well, like, there's a point of risk, and then there's a point of knowing what's in you when you take risk. You know what I mean? Like, David knew what was inside of him
Yeah.
to take the risk. And I think sometimes we don't know what's on the inside of us.
Right.
We don't believe what's on the inside of us, so we don't take risk, or we don't look at the challenges as like, we don't look at the challenges as like let me say this. If we shift our minds, let me just use it from a Christian perspective. If we shift our minds as the challenge being a lifter and not a bring me down, I think that will help us to grow into what we need to grow into.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, I think that if we don't look at the challenge like it's like, oh man, here come the devil. Like, no, maybe the challenge is your promotion. Like, that's the I think that's the one main thing that I think a lot of times people don't look at the challenges that way. Like, whatever may come, it can be like, okay, you got challenged at your job, you lost. You lost this job, and now you're trying to, God may be promoting to another one. You might have lost this one. Now it's time for you to start a business. You might have had some issues with, could have lost employees, could have lost people, like anything. All right. Like, I remember
Hey, Mom.
when I had to take over.
Prophetess.
What's up, Mom? When I had to take over my football team, like, it was just like it was a real challenge, because I'm telling you, that first year, Lord have mercy, like going 2-8, but not just going to, like, I embraced the fact that there was challenges, and I embraced the fact that this is what's going to happen. So because of that, I'm about to punch my son right square in his chest because he's being goofy over here. But anyways, so at first it was really annoying, but then I don't know why I just started laughing.
But he'd be funny.
He think he funny. He not funny. He's corny.
He got his moments. It'd be funny.
He corny. But anyways,
he's funny.
Anyway, but yeah, when I had to do that, like, but here's the thing, I embraced the challenge, and I knew it was gonna be difficult. Like, I knew it was gonna be difficult in the beginning. So, like, if you know, what's going to happen, absolutely, yep, it takes strategy. If you prepare, when the Bible talks about, like, count the costs, like, you have to prepare for places of failure in the midst of your success, knowing, your success outweighs whatever you call a failure. Right? So Goliath wasn't like the first. That was the first of a good success, but he had failures in the midst of his success. But at the end of the day, success outweighs the failure. So I think that you know, when challenges come, you have to just embrace them and know that success, if you're called to doing something or you feel in your heart you really should be doing something, I think you'll embrace all of the challenges differently based upon what you really, at the end of the day, what you really feel like you should be doing, what you really feel like you're called to do, what you really feel like your assignment is. You can embrace the challenges not from a perspective of like this is failure or this is final or why does this keep happening to me. It's because you're not really feeling like you're in the right place in your life of embracing certain things. So like any challenge I have at church, it can be frustrating, but I know how to embrace it and be like, this is what I'm called to do. I'm okay. You know what I mean? Same thing with coaching. Um, there's some things that happen in coaching that I never talk about.
Hey, sis.
You know what I mean? It's not just the wins and losses. There are things I have to manage that can be extremely challenging. And I never look at it like, oh, this is it. Like, I'm done. Like, that would be that can't be the reason why I'm going to resign or quit. No, those challenges are part of the job. And I'm okay with it because I know these challenges are going to help promote. So the reality is, I think that when you really feel like you're called to do something, called for an assignment, writing a book, getting your degree, whatever it may be, those challenges they're not the devil. It's just magnifying who and what you are. So I'm gonna end with that.
Right. I love that. Our time is almost it's actually up. But I think that was a great ending just because one of the things I do, just a sidebar, well, a piggyback, one of the things I do love is even in thinking about David, like he wasn't looking for anything. It was just like God said, okay, this is who I want to know. You know what I mean? It wasn't like it was something that he was desiring, anything like that. It's just because of his heart after God, just in general. It was like, okay, God was like, I'm going to do this. Mm-hmm. And then just even thinking about Goliath and how everybody else like looked at it, like perspective, how we were talking about perspective. Everybody else looked at it as, oh my gosh, this is impossible. But like David had so much faith. It's like, please, what is this? It's a giant. Who cares? Like my God can do all things because he was built up in who God was, right? Not just saying, because a lot of times we say things and we say stuff that we've heard in church or that we've heard before, compared to actually learning God and knowing his word so that you're built up in faith. Like it's not a question, it's just, oh, I know this is gonna happen because this is what God said, and because I'm his child. Like he wasn't fearful of his size, fearful of anything else that all of these people were scared of. He wasn't even looking at that. And that's just the ideal, even as the Bible tells us to walk by faith, not by sight. Everybody else was looking by sight, but he was walking by faith, because it was like, okay, what is this? All I know is God can do it. So forget everything else. Just know, that God can do it because I've been built up in that. So I just love that. And then just knowing.
See, you're saying preaching. Knowing. I knew was going to come out preaching.
Knowing in our challenges, just to continue to have faith in God and who he is, and knowing that he wouldn't put us in places that
your voice would change.
We couldn't conquer, because he's already created, like the man of God said, he's already put in us what we needed to overcome, conquer.
Why you call me like the man of God like that? We don't hear live. It's okay.
The man of God. He's a man of God.
You gotta do all that.
I know I don't have to, but what you want me to say? I always say that when we're on here, man of God. But anyway, that is our time. Thank you guys so much for jumping on. We were on a little bit earlier, so we'll make sure we stick to our time next week, which is 9:30 p.m. Because I think everybody should have caught. Well, I don't know if everybody will catch up on their sleep, but we'll see. Maybe by next week we'll be back into the swing of things. Okay, so make sure y'all set your clocks.
We shall see.
And we will.
We shall see.
See you guys next week.
We shall see.
Thanks for joining. Have a great night. If you're watching the replay,
have a great night.
Don't forget to put your games in. If you are on now, you didn't put your games in, go ahead and put your games in. 5 top games growing up that you played and that you would play as an adult. Okay? We'll talk to you guys soon. Love you
all. Peace. Deuces.
Thanks for joining us this evening.
Not bad.